Hey everybody. Again, I'm a person where I look at a lot of politics online, a lot of stuff that involves the Republicans, the Democrats. I listen to a lot of podcasters talk about politics. I know, what's going on, online. But anyway, so I was looking at Patrick Bet David, just, some of his podcasts recently. And again, I was a huge fan of Patrick Bet David in Valuetainment and his podcast, in the past when he was talking about, politics and just science and all different things. I mean, that's what makes him a great podcaster is that, he's able to interview folks or have conversations about different topics and just things when it comes to society and culture and things like that. But recently, I've noticed that he is like almost afraid to criticize Donald Trump. And again, I voted for Donald Trump. A lot of us voted for Donald Trump, but Donald Trump is not perfect. And anytime you get to a point where you're afraid to, talk about the person you voted for, like you're afraid to criticize that person or say, the Donald Trump should be doing this, or maybe he can improve in this area. But he doesn't do that. Like, Donald Trump could sit up there and eat a donut, and he'll be like, oh my God, Donald Trump ate a donut. That was the greatest thing in American history. I'm just making a joke. But like anything that Donald Trump does, he is like, acts like it's the greatest thing in the world. Like, I've never seen somebody that is so, for someone that they don't think that, that person has flaws. I don't care if you voted for Obama in the past, Bush, whoever. No president is perfect. No celebrity is perfect. No leader is perfect. No preacher, pastor. No one's perfect in this world. And he never says anything negative about Donald Trump. I mean, well, let me take that back. I'm not going to say he never, but it's rare that he says anything negative about Donald Trump or about what he's doing with the economy or anything. Like every podcast, when it comes to Donald Trump, it's almost like, let me spin this to make it positive for Donald Trump. If it's the economy, anything, war, what's going on overseas, foreign policy, he always finds a way to spin it so it's something that's going to, sound good for Donald Trump and the Trump administration. It's sort of sad. And so, again, he was, like I say, a lot of his content. He's made a lot of great content. I can't take that away. Like I said, he's smart. He's can talk about sports. He's got a big podcast. It's growing. But I've never seen someone that is like afraid to criticize the person they voted for. And if they do criticize him, it's like, oh, well, let me spin it. So, it sounds good. So, it's let me spin it so it turns into a positive. Like Donald Trump, it could be, he could be looking at, let's say, Bloomberg, or he could be showing something on the screen. And it could say, well, you know what? The economy's losing jobs. Well, Patrick Bet David's the type to sit up and spin it. And, let's compare this to Biden. Like, he always finds a way to make Donald Trump look good. And to me, it's just weird, strange. But, a lot of these podcasters that are Republicans, some of these folks will do anything to get an invitation back to Mar-a-Lago. Like, just to be, I guess, with the cool crowd, they'll sit up and, think they've got to, be extra nice to Trump to get invited to certain parties and stuff. And again, it's sad because you don't really get real news and information. You just get a lot of spin and a lot of almost North Korea style news. It's almost like a lot of these Republican podcasters will criticize a place like North Korea and the leader of North Korea, Kim, the guy that Donald Trump calls Rocket Man. They'll criticize, North Korea and their politicians and the media and all this other stuff over there. But we have podcasters that, do the same thing. Like, it's almost like a thing where, oh my God, our great leader, Donald Trump, he can do no wrong. It's crazy. And so again, I salute people, even though Candace Owens is catching a lot of flack online about things. I salute people like Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson. I salute those type of people because at least they'll call certain things out. But I mean, if you're going to have talk about politics and act like Trump is, great at everything, then that's just not true. So in the comment section, let me know how you feel. But do you think that Patrick Bet David is afraid to criticize Donald Trump? Let me know in the comment section.